Well, welcome back to Simple Truth. We're in the middle of the story of David. We're in 1 Samuel chapter 23. We are cruising along. We are almost going to get there by Christmas to chapter 24. I'm just kidding. Hopefully we'll get there a little bit sooner than that. So we were in verses 19 through 20. Here's verse 21. Saul replied, "May you be blessed by the Lord, for you have had compassion on me." Whoa, 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 whoa. Check that out. Somebody who God removed the anointing from is saying and declaring, "May you be blessed by God for helping me," right? For having compassion on me, for thinking about me. Well, how is that ever going to work? See, we love that. When we think we're doing the right thing, right? But we're doing the right thing for the wrong person. We think God is going to have compassion on us. He's going to bless us for helping out. We look for that. Lord, I just did this. Man, I spoke hard truth to somebody because I thought that they needed it. So you should bless me for that and take care. No, you're probably going to get exactly what you deserve. Right? You got to be really careful. We don't declare God's blessing upon ungodly things. Look at the next verse. Go and make further arrangements. Determine precisely where he is, who has seen him there. Right? For I am told that he is extremely cunning. Locate precisely all the places where he hides and return to me with dependable information. Then I will go with you. If he is in the land, I will find him among all the thousands of Judah. So Saul is looking for David to get David. Only now he's going to conspire with these people who are going to help him find David. You do the work. You spy on people. Do you know that the enemy loves this technique? Hey, I'm really worried about Pastor Andy. I really think he's off track. So how about if you start paying attention to all the little things he does and take some notes, go to lunch with him, pay attention to his conversation, and if you notice anything that's off, right, find the thing that's off and then present it back to me. You go spy, you go pay attention to what he's doing, and you let me know. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it happens all the time. The enemy purposefully uses this technique. You're sitting with somebody and they say, "I'm really concerned about somebody. We need to pray about them." And then what's that do? It plants the seed of, you now pay attention to every word Pastor Andy's saying. And you're like, wow, why would he say that? How come he used that phrase? What man, yep, he's off. Did you see him looking that way? He looked that way for 1.5 seconds rather than 5. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. We plant that seed and then we have other people doing the work. We conspire with other people, right? To get somebody else. Right? Listen, does it ever occur to anybody that if Saul had really been of God, God would just have delivered David into his hands? Isn't that the way it works? Why do you need to try to get somebody? If they're really wrong, wouldn't God be revealing that to you? Wouldn't God be wanting that? Even in the New Testament, right? We don't have to go looking to try to find a brother in sin. It's if God reveals to you a brother in sin, then go to them, right? Then ask them. But we got these people constantly looking to get other people. We're in this state. I warned about it for many years now. The last 2 years, incessantly, I've warned. Pastors are in big trouble. Judgment is coming upon our country. It's going to start with the church. It's going to start with pastors, right? Lately, one after another, after another, after another is being revealed as either false in nature and doctrine, right? Or they're doing wrong things publicly, or they're being caught for the sin that they tried to hide, right? Years ago. Listen, you don't need to go find your pastor's sin from 30 years ago. First of all, you don't want to be treated that way. Right? The dangerous part about these people who are writing articles about pastors and stuff is the way you treat people is the way you're going to be treated by God. But God has a way. He loves me. Do you know that he's very capable? I marvel at this person in my life. God's always telling them things. Right? Always, I never get to surprise because God is always telling them. It's the way it works. And God is very capable of saying to you, hey, I need you to really go and talk to Pastor Andy. He's off track. You don't need to go sneaking around, right? You don't need to go sneaking around trying to find sin. God will reveal sin. He promises that whole thing. So I need you to chew on this. Do you think you're on track, but you're off track? Are you asking other people to participate in that which is against God? Be really careful about your conversations. Be really careful about your attitude towards other people, what you're wanting from other people, right? Because if you're giving people permission, basically ordering them to go sneak about and find things incognito about people and report back to me exactly how bad they are, right, you're going to be in trouble yourself, because you might, once again, not be working for God. That's not how God works. God doesn't sneak around and find you, right? God is always going to deal with you face to face, not from behind. So if you're sneaking around trying to find information about somebody, you're simply not godly, right? And maybe you're actually fighting against God. Think about these conversations, these things that people may or may not be asking you to do directly or indirectly, right? And what exactly it is you're doing. We'll talk to you next time, right here on Simple Truth.